According to chiefs of police in the state of Minnesota, federal agents with ICE have begun racially profiling off-duty police officers, pointing guns at them and demanding that they show paperwork to prove they are in fact a United States citizen. Brooklyn Park Police Chief Mark Bruley held a press conference this week, and he was surrounded by other chiefs of police in other areas of Minnesota. And here is what Chief Bruley had to say. Recently, as in the last 2 weeks, we as law enforcement community have been receiving endless complaints about civil rights violations in our streets from U.S. citizens. What we're hearing is they're being stopped in traffic stops or on the street with no cause and being forced to show paperwork to determine if they are here legally. As this went on over the past 2 weeks, we started hearing from our police officers the same complaints as they fell victim to this while off duty. Every one of these individuals is a person of color who has had this happen to them. They talked about one officer that he said was boxed in on a roadway. They demanded her paperwork, of which she's a U.S. citizen and clearly would not have any paperwork. When she became concerned about the rhetoric and the way she was being treated, she pulled out her phone in an attempt to record the incident. The phone was knocked out of her hands, preventing her from recording it. The officer had their gun drawn during this interaction, and after the officer became so concerned, they were forced to identify themselves as a Brooklyn Park police officer in hopes of slowing the incident and de-escalating the incident down. The agents then immediately left after hearing this, making no other comments, no other apologies, just got in their vehicles and left. Bruley said this is not an isolated incident. And he went on to say that all these police chiefs behind me have also heard stories from their own officers of this happening to them. He also said he's still not in favor of abolishing ICE, but he's certainly not in favor of this kind of racial profiling, is he? I mean, you know things are getting bad in the United States when you even have police officers who are now like, fuck the police, right? Pretty soon we're going to have cops driving around with ACAB stickers on the back of their cars because they're starting to see happen to them what they've been doing to people for decades. Yeah, it's not so fun when karma comes and kind of smacks you in the face like that, now is it? I mean, now you know what marginalized communities have felt at the hands of U.S. police officers for decades. And it sucks. And hopefully this is a learning moment. And I'm not saying this, I have no idea what kind of person Bruley is or these officers. They may be the best people in the world. I'm not trying to demonize them. But we have seen police officers engage in racial profiling, since the invention of police in the United States, which is actually what they were invented for. Slave patrols, right? That's what became the United States police officers. So now they're the ones being racially profiled, and they're speaking out against it. And I'm glad they're speaking out against it. We need their voices too. But at the same time, this also tells us that ICE is not looking for people that they have warrants to go get. They're not looking for the worst of the worst, these most wanted criminals like Caroline Leavitt showing us that piece of paper. They're on a fishing expedition. They're just walking up to non-white people saying, show me your papers. And if the person doesn't have papers, they arrest them. And for those of us born in the United States, which, by the way, we come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, we don't have documentation that we're allowed to be here legally. We don't walk around carrying our birth certificates. So it's almost impossible, like the police chief said with this particular officer, she doesn't have papers. If this is happening to police officers, and that's why we're hearing about it, then there are dozens, if not hundreds, maybe even thousands of instances of this happening right now in the United States that we're not hearing about. And that's what we always have to remember. For every story we hear, there's countless more we don't. But this is what ICE is doing. This is who ICE is. It's all about racial profiling, not about removing criminals. It's about locking up as many non-white people as they possibly can. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.